Welcome to Lesson 3, Surface Area of Pyramids and Cones. Okay, so first start out by just looking at the parts of a pyramid. Over on the left, here we have a pyramid with the base, the height, and the vertex labeled. Now the base of a pyramid is what the pyramid sits on. It's also what the pyramid is named by. So this is a rectangular pyramid. The height of the pyramid is what goes from up here, the vertex, and the vertex is just where all these edges meet. It goes from the vertex, drops down to the base, and makes a perpendicular angle. Just like with our triangles. Our height goes from one vertex and it drops down to the base. It makes a perpendicular angle. Now another part of the pyramid is called the slant height. And the slant height has to deal with the faces. All the faces of pyramids are triangles. And the slant height is the height of those triangles. And we need that in order to find the surface area. So our surface area of a pyramid. The surface area is equal to the area of the base plus 1/2 the perimeter of the base times the slant height. So our surface area is equal to the base plus 1/2 perimeter times slant height. And slant height is represented with that cursive L. Now if we look here at this pyramid, that means we have some information we don't need. We don't need to know what the actual height of the pyramid is. So I'm going to get rid of that. What we need is the slant height, so do not get the height of the pyramid and slant height confused. So, looks like our surface area is equal to, my base is a rectangle, so the area of a rectangle, it's going to be 3 times 4 plus 1/2 the perimeter of the base, which is 14, times the slant height, which is 6. Which gives us 12 plus 42, which gives us 54 inches squared as our surface area of this pyramid. Okay, now I'd like for you to, in your group, work these two problems by pausing the video. Okay. So, number 1, the surface area is going to equal the area of the base. It looks like the base of the base is 5 times 4.5 divided by 2, because this is a triangular pyramid, plus 15 times 8, almost forgot that 1/2. And after we plug this in the calculator, it looks like we get 30.25 meters squared. Number 2. It's a rectangular pyramid, so 5 times 4 plus 1/2. The perimeter is 18 times the slant height, which is 6. 20 plus 54. The surface area of this is 74 miles squared. So there is the surface area of pyramids. Next we're going to talk about cones and the parts of a cone. Now in the cone we have the vertex, which is at the top, up here. We have the slant height, which is going from the vertex to the edge of the base. Because as you can see here, our base is a circle. So it's going to go from the vertex to the edge of the base. And it also has a height, and the height of the actual cone goes from the vertex down to the base. But again, we don't actually need the height to find surface area. What I'm going to do now is I want to break down this cone into two different shapes, in a sense. We're going to break down the base. We say the base is a circle. The circle has a radius, and then we have what's left over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that cone, remove the base, and then just kind of flatten it out. And this is called the lateral area. What it looks like after you unfold it and flatten it out, it looks kind of like this. Now with your group, I'd like for you to pause the video and make some conclusions about what the lateral area looks like. Okay. Now, whenever I look at the lateral area, what I basically see is a triangle, except the base of the triangle, it looks kind of like a circle. And it's kind of right. This right here is basically the base of the triangle. It's like if we cut this off, we'd have a triangle. Not quite. Then we have here the slant height. The slant height doesn't go from here to here. The slant height's still here. So I want us to keep that in mind as we go over to learn the formula for surface area of a cone. So the surface area of a cone is the area of the base plus the lateral area. And the lateral area is represented by pi times the radius times the slant height. So our surface area is base plus pi r slant height. So what I'm going to do with cones is I'm going to break those two up. So with this cone here, I'm going to draw the base. I'm going to fill in what is the radius. It's 2 meters. I'm going to draw the lateral area. And I know the slant height is 5. The radius is 2. And then we're going to have a pi in there. So when we plug this in the formula, it's going to look like surface area equals 4 pi plus pi times 2 times 5. After we plug that in the calculator, we get 43.98 meters squared. And I would like for you to do this whenever you're working with a cone. Kind of split it up if it helps you, if you can't see it right away. So here are two examples for surface area of cones. I want you to pause the video, work through these with your group, and then watch the video to see if you got them right. Okay, example 1. My base tells me the diameter in the picture, but I know that the radius is going to be 8. Then my lateral area looks like my slant height is 10. My radius is the same, so it's also 8. So this is going to be 64 pi plus pi times 8 times 10. Now if we plug this very carefully into the calculator, we get 452.39, and it's inches squared. Example 2. My surface area is going to be the area of the base, which is 9 pi, plus pi times 3 times my slant height. And after we punch that in the calculator, we get 216.77 centimeters squared. And there you have the surface area of pyramids and cones.